Hello, very good morning to all. Myself Dr. D. Silambarasan, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, the MDT Hindu College, Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu. I am going to make a presentation for this activity titled Hydrogen, a Next Fuel. Before going into a next fuel, we should know what we currently use. The name is fossil fuel. Humans' present energy supply coming from fossil fuels. Almost 98% of human needs, that is electricity, for transportation, for many use we use fossil fuels for the energy. What are fossil fuels? Fossil fuels are nothing but they are stored solar energy million years ago inside the earth, which means that is they formed, it will take 200 to 300 million years to form. And hence they are treated as non-renewable energy sources. The usage of fossil fuel not only gives energy but also emit greenhouse gases, which is the extensive damage to the environment. We all know that the global warming takes place because of the fossil fuel usage. With increasing population, the increase in energy consumption from the fossil fuel is also happened. So fossil fuels are coal, natural gas and oil. Oil are further divided into petroleum and diesel. What are the sources of fossil fuels? The fossil fuels are nothing but the geological deposits of organic materials formed from decayed plants and animals. They then converted into crude oil, coal, natural gas or heavy oils by exposure to heat and pressure in the earth's crust over hundreds of million years. So from 1860 we use crude oil for our energy supply. Natural gas production began from 1880 to 19th century. Overall, the global consumption of fossil energy has increased more than 1300 fold since its usage. Why do we need actually fossil fuels? For powering the vehicles, ships, airplanes, motorbikes, everything, for providing electricity, for homes, buildings, for generating electricity. The common types of fuels are petrol fuel, gas oil, diesel fuel. Do we actually need fossil fuels? What if we don't have fossil fuels? No, we definitely need fossil fuels. And how much proportion? 96% of fossil fuels provide energy to our day-to-day demand. Which country uses most fossil fuels? 3 countries, China, United States and India. These 3 countries consume 54% of world's fossil fuels by weight. The remaining 46% of fossil fuels, the other countries only use the remaining 46%. Why do we continue to use fossil fuels? So because they are readily available. Countries in the Middle East as well as Russia, the United States and a few South American countries have large oil reservoirs that are currently used to supply the world demand for energy. What is the future of fossil fuels? If we use in the current rate in 2040, 85% of fossil fuels available in the earth will fade out. So how long the fossil fuels are available? That is, today 1.6 trillion barrels of proven oil reserves in the world as of 2019. They people use this much amount of trillion barrels of fossil fuels. So we have only 47 years of oil. At this rate, we have only 47 years of oil left at the earth. So what if ran out of fossil fuels? If we burn all of the remaining fossil fuels on earth, almost all of the ice in Antarctica will melt, potentially causing sea levels to rise by 200 feet, enough to drown the most major cities in the world. What happens on the other hand, if we realize all these happenings, if we stop currently the usage of fossil fuels, what will happen? the temperature of Earth will go below 1.5 degrees Celsius, will reduce 1.5 degrees Celsius. So can human make oils? Literally the answer is no, because we cannot synthesize the million compounds experimentally or artificially that can be extracted from natural crude oil. What are the effects of fossil fuels? They are used for centuries to generate power, and it has many disadvantages. It can pollute the environment. It is non-renewable and unsustainable. They are limited, and drilling of fossil fuels, for fossil fuels, the earth is a dangerous process. Also, it can create health issues. Hydrogen is treated as one of the possible alternative for future energy supply. Since it is lightest and most abundant element, it forms heat and water as byproduct. When it is heated, it don't give any non-toxic elements, and it is a non-pollutant. It is not a primary energy source. It has highest energy to weight ratio, that is 1 kilogram of hydrogen has the energy as much 2.8 kilogram of gasoline. Hence, this hydrogen can be treated as alternative energy for near future. So 10 countries moving towards a green hydrogen economy. What are they? Australia, Canada, China, France, Germany, Japan, Norway, South Korea, UK and US. Among these, Germany uses the most hydrogen economy. How countries using this hydrogen for powering the vehicles? That is, today we are using petrol and diesel, and that will be replaced by hydrogen for powering vehicles and for providing electricity. India uses renewable energy sources for producing electricity only 30%. India depends on fossil fuels largely entirely for powering the vehicles. So the focusing on hydrogen energy will reduce the many issues we have seen already. Is hydrogen the future? Fossil fuel serves as the primary source of energy at present. However, fossil fuels reserves are gradually depleting. Renewable energy sources like sun and wind can't produce energy all the time, but they could, for example, produce electrical energy and hydrogen, which can be stored until it's needed. Hydrogen can also be transported like electricity. Although hydrogen fuel is being used on experimental level at present, it has great potential for the future. The hydrogen will be the fuel of the future, and step by step it will replace the all current fossil fuels. I am asking the question again, is hydrogen the future? Yes. Thank you very much.